So guess what? I saw Star Wars. No, I saw Lord of the Rings. No, no. I saw Blade Runner. No, I didn't see Blade Runner. I saw Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child on Fire. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to tell you a Jim Gaffigan joke on how I like this movie. Okay, so on one hand, you got fruit. And that's everything in this movie, which I love. You got science fiction. And then you got cake, which is fantasy, which is another genre I love. Now you put fruit and you put cake together to make a fruit cake, and you got some nasty crap. Just like this movie. This movie had everything it could have possibly had to make a good movie. But it didn't set well with me. And now I'm going to tell you why right here. So, if you have 2 hours and 12 minutes for a movie, that is plenty of time. But Zack Snyder can't make a movie in under 4 hours, apparently, because I think he cut out at least an hour to 2 hours worth of stuff for this Part 1 movie. Now, if you're watching this movie and you have an hour and a half to 2 hours cut out, and you're watching a movie that has so much cut out of it, it doesn't make sense, so much of it. Because let's say you're getting a group of people together, a team, mind you, like a Marvel movie, like a Star Wars team, like any Lord of the Rings team. And you're supposed to come to really care about these characters or understand who they are. And when you finally get to them, and you pick up all of these pieces, you don't really give a crap about any of them. And if you're having a sci-fi fantasy epic, which is what he was going for. He was going for a new franchise for his Netflix career, which incorporated Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and I say Lord of the Rings because I swear to God I saw an orc in there who was almost a main character. And then you also have like Blade Runner. You have so many of these other ones that are just kind of smushed together. And hell, the empire of this movie, the bad guys, look like Nazis. They literally were dressed like Nazis. I'm not joking. Okay, and then you have your heroes who, the woman is Luke Skywalker. Charlie Hunn's character is a shitty version of Han Solo. And then you have all these other aspects of it that are almost exactly like Star Wars. It might not be a desert planet, but she's a farmer. She's on a farm community. When we first meet our Korra, our main character, and our bad guy is Darth Vader-esque. We don't know if he's a cyborg. We don't know if he's a robot, but he's definitely not human. And we find that out at the end of the movie. This is not spoilers, because you're not going to care enough to stay and watch the 2.5 hours. But you will, because you like sci-fi, you like Star Wars, you like all the same stuff I like. If you're watching me, you like all this stuff. And you're still going to watch it, just like I did. I had such high hopes for it, because I wanted to like this movie. And with this movie being so long, I already had my doubts. Plus, I had heard everyone else talk about it. And I'm like, maybe it's not as bad as they say. But it was. Now, Zack Snyder is known for many things in his movies. Slow motion is one of them, and you can tell he did it here. And I thought that the scenes would have looked better. Meaning, what I mean by that is, so you can tell that they were on a soundstage for a lot of it. They didn't have on-location stuff. The outer space stuff, it looked good. Now, let's say you have a character here who you're helping to get out of indentured servitude, and this male character is going to space with you. This character never puts on a shirt. You're in space. It's cold. Put on a shirt, dude. I've watched a lot of sci-fi in my life, and the sci-fi that I watch is trying to be realistic. Even Star Wars, to a point, tries. Now, it does talk about some sort of magic element to this. Some sort of bigger-than-life element to the king and the daughter and the princess. you don't know what it's about. It doesn't give you any kind of reference. And our main character is a shitty character because she's the most wanted criminal in the galaxy. And they call her the Scar Giver. I'll tell you what, let me give you some nice points. The space aspects looked great, okay? The stars in this were really good. I mean, when you first hear the narrator, Anthony Hopkins, you're like, oh my God, he got Anthony Hopkins to narrate. And there's so much possibility with this movie for it to have been good. But it didn't turn out good because it felt like there was a lot missing. Hence, all the stuff that got cut. And now, if it gets put back in later as a Snyder cut, I don't want to go back and watch another hour and a half to 2 hours of a movie that should have been good from the beginning. Tell me if you liked it, if you thought it was as predictable or as lackluster as I did. And if you had high hopes for it too. I want to know. Now, tell me if you liked it. Subscribe to me wherever I'm going to put that subscribe button. Hit that button, hit the like button, give me a comment, and we will see you next time. Bye, y'all.